Hello, how is everyone today? Hi Crow, how are you? So today we are back with our visual novel, and before I start talking about it, the stream from yesterday, in the beginning of the stream, that was there, it's a little camera flip. Because of that, the stream is out. I didn't publish it when I put the VOD on YouTube. I need to edit and delete that part because when the first few times that my phone fell, one of the times it did a flip into and like kinda show my face like really quick. But if someone goes like around, pause it, can find it, so I unpublished that. Luckily for me, Nomi had paused my stream on her stream, so it doesn't appear on her stream. So if you want to see the collab from yesterday, go show Nomi's stream. Mine, you'll have to wait until Monday to watch it on YouTube. But yeah, no doxing. Also, hi Kronos. I need to say Kronos, I can't, otherwise it's going to be a confusion on my brain. Thank you for the care package. I'm doing good. Don't forget to eat, neither of you. Also, about the game, I have a little theory. I kind of keep thinking about it, and there is that thing that Blade and Kaishi were talking about, related to zombies going around town. That's why they were there. So since it feels like we can go back in time, like rewrite the story over and over again, it feels like that's our power. And like since also the boys feel like they are not affected by it and they're hiding a lot of secrets from us, especially because I feel like Kaishi actually knows us, even though it didn't show that. I think maybe something happened to the city in like big destroying scale, and our power maybe went like back in time or make us go in like a delusional state. So that's why there is zombies going around and we don't see any problem with that people, we just see normal people. But I don't know, it's just a theory that I've been thinking about. But if that's true, maybe Roy was actually killing the people, and then I will need to apologize to Nomi. But for now, it still is a murderer sadomasochist for me. Still a red flag that Nomi picked. But yeah, let's just switch and go. And the game crashed. Woohoo! Oh my god, I just heard the game crashing and closing. I love this. My stream starts always so good. Lately, oh my god. Let me see. Last time it didn't got the game sound. No. Yeah, I don't know why this game, when it crashes, like the game is there, but it isn't. Let me just do this really quick. Now you have game sound. I also like to see the gallery after we played, so let's see what we got from last time. These boys, we aren't on their route, so there is nothing in them. We had already this, and we got this last time because it was this that we also got 2 times. Then it was this after Roy's death. Then it was this, Kurato giving us a 4-head kiss before running to work, and then his fight with Blaze. Thank you for the redeem, Kronos. I hope it was worth it. So yeah. From others, we only have Blaze here, and I really think it's our power. I don't know if this isn't a mix of Blaze showing us the past with us going to the past, like rewriting the story all over again, because the gears are in different colors, and Blaze was really like, hey, no, don't look at me like that. So yeah. this is just us being bored. I have no cutscenes. Is this moving the cutscenes? I'm actually interested if the cutscenes move. It's a Kronos. Hi, Kronos. You know, you have that sound redeem, right? If you... This time it didn't bug. But like, if you over my stream, you have like a sound alerts now. You have that there, and quack, and other things. That's also free. The only thing you pay there is a jump scare. Let me show you. It's literally if you over your cursor over my stream, you see the sound alert thing popping up, and it's free. Like, wait, it's loading.
All right, that's it. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
The only one paid is the jump scare. Yeah, I think it's load. We aren't starting. This was the last route we did. This was the last ending we got. Thank you for the quack. Yeah. The doorbell rings before I can answer. Putting my textbook aside, I stand up to check it out. I'm surprised that nobody didn't wait for Shane though. I open the door to see Shane standing outside. His unusual appearance startling me a bit. Can I help you? Also, I'm still intrigued. How was Roy able to get the burglar from Shane? Because Shane had captured the burglar, and after Shane captured the burglar appears dead. And Shane doesn't know what happened because Shane was also with a suspicion that we had gone after him and killed the burglar because we were one of the suspects of the killing because we were like one of the last persons who saw it. Keep out of... Okay. I'm looking for Kurato. Hey bro, how did you know I was here? The man in question suddenly appeared behind me, a cheeky grin on his face. Shane crosses his arms and raises an eyebrow, as though to say the answer should be obvious. Shane pointedly looks at me, drawing Kurato's gaze. Hey Divana, mind giving us a sec? We're gonna talk about confidential work. Saying no is not... Oopsie. Saying no is not really an option, so I leave them be. How do I go back? However, I cannot let this chance to eavesdrop slide. Did my phone run? Ah, okay. I hang back around the corner, leaning against a wall. I can vaguely make out their conversation. Don't let your guard down. Something big might happen soon. Things are going according to the schedule then. Thanks for the warning. So, how's the target? Can't find him. Oh, it must be pretty skilled to escape from you. You should be cautious. I didn't expect them to show up at school. I should patrol that area too. Whatever you want. By the way, there's something I want you to do for me. It goes silent for a moment. Kurato starts whispering, but I am too far to hear it clearly. I try to move a little closer, but then he speaks up again. The murderer is always slipping past us. I'm starting to think there might be more of them. It's been so easy for them too. It's like they're always one step ahead of us. Do you think one of our own is involved? Kurato's words are intriguing. A mole within the investigators? If that is the case, then who can be trusted? I hear nothing except Shane's deep sigh, the sound of a bit of... My cat is meowing. The sound a bit creepy through his gas mask. Even if it is one of our own, I won't hesitate. I know you won't. You never stray from your goals. I wish I had your resolve. Just then I hear the door opening. Shane must be leaving. I quickly head to the couch, grabbing my textbook and pretending to write something down. A few seconds later, Kurato returns to the living room. He takes one look at me and smiles mischievously. Hear anything interesting? I have no idea what you mean. Kurato sits down beside me, still eyeing me. Oh yeah, talking about hearing things. Crow ended up telling me what he didn't wanted to say yesterday. And I'm sorry I'm going to say it, but in a way it's so stupid. Because like, if you had keep the conversation on that topic, I would probably ended up saying that to you. Like, that you should be feeling better about it, because how I would. Because like, literally, like, when you literally told me, my answer to you was generally like, I would say that. Like, you are totally fine saying that. I don't mind, because I would literally say that. Ren is always ignoring their friends. It's okay. The thing is, I don't consider that mean, especially by the fact that I would end up saying that to you. Like, you should feel better because I'm worst. If the conversation had continued, I would be probably the one saying it. So like, I don't think it's mean. I'll probably joke like, hey, at least my misery helps someone. I'll probably say something like that. So for me, it's not mean. You are fine. Okay, back to the story. It's okay. You can drop the innocent act. I would have told you anyway, just to keep you from stressing out about all this. I want to be honest with you. Kurato's a klutz sometimes, but it's sharp. He's an investigator after all. I have nothing else to say, so I simply shrug. You'll be safe with me around. Actually, I'm more worried about missing out on the action. Nope. People like you should stay home. People like me? I mean regular, trained people. Just stay at home and don't do anything unnecessary. See, this is a stupid thing. Because what we hear from Mikuya and Ryoji is that we kick people's butt. We kick people's butt. We literally kicked an entire gangs of seniors' butts during a school event. We helped Kaishi. Like, we and Kaishi literally were able to trick a burglar with our skills. At least fighting skills, so like, we're not that untrained. So, yeah. Sometimes they're kind of bit dumb because the way we bump into Roye before he died, I was just like, girls, just run. But yeah. I flush at his comment, understand his logic, but he makes it sound as though I would only get in his way, which I kinda get because you have skills but you barely use them, when true danger is out there. Well, he can't stop me from intervening if anything happens. My answer is no. no, and no. Stop suggesting weird things. Oh, come on, it's just for one night. There is no way you were sharing one room. Go sleep in your own. You eavesdrop on us back there. You heard it's getting dangerous. If I'm right beside you, it would be easier to... I push Kurato out of my room and slam the door shut. I'm sure Kurato is just messing around. No guard would ever ask to sleep beside their target. Then again, most guards don't leave with their targets in the first place. Why does he need to stay literally right beside me anyway? Is it that bad at his job? Look, Cronus, we aren't dating here, okay? We aren't dating yet. We are just starting to know each other. That's why I'm saying this as a Portuguese that has slept in the same bed as their friends, because people here is just like, okay, there's only one room, we don't mind sharing, we just want to sleep. I've heard this so many times from so many different people. And I actually did this in one of my school trips that we had to stay some nights. Me and my friends decided to just like hanging out in one of our rooms. So we just put all the beds together, and the bedroom was supposed to be 6 sleeping there, and we ended up sleeping like 10. So yeah, because we were just like we're just hanging out, and then we just starting to pass out, and yeah, and talking, and so we just stayed there. Yeah, I already slept with my friends in the same bed too. It's fine. But in this point, Kurato and us aren't friends yet. You know, one thing is sleeping with friends in the same bed, just literally sleep, nothing else. Other thing is just like a person that you just start meeting, saying that it's your personal guard, and then it's like, oh yeah, let me live with you, and then it's starting like, oh yeah, let me sleep in the same room as you to protect you. Like that's too much. Uh, but also, I like that Cronus is just like, it's fine, and Chris is like, it's not fine, bro. It's not fine. It makes him even more suspicious. He himself could be the murderer, for all I know. See, it's like that. Feeling tired, I slip into my bed. Right after I close my eyes, I hear a small noise. Did Kurato stub his foot against the wall or something? Look, okay, I understand crows, but in my case, it's not cuddling. It's like, for some reason, most of my friends and my sister, because I already slept on the same bed as my sister, for some reason, first of all, since I'm the warmer person, they try to go for me. Because I don't know, people feel cold, and yeah, that is me. I'm not, first, I'm not blushing, I'm laughing. Second, um, my friends and my sister, for some reason, they can't share a bed. They're just like, this bed is all mine. So then I end up like with a smaller space, with them like literally sleeping over me. So the next thing you know, Cronus is kissing you a homie goodnight kiss. Cronus, take screenshot of that to show it to him later. Wait, no, let me share that. Let me do that and send it to someone. I need to send that to someone. I see what Cronus wrote in one chat, and I'm really tempted to send a screenshot there too. Oh my god. After a while, my door creaks open and Kurato sneaks inside. I have not fallen asleep, as not much time has passed by. I should really get a lock for my door. I had no need for it before, but now that I have someone living with me, I stay still and listen to his footsteps. When he seems close enough, I grab my pillow and throw it at him. He steps aside in an instant, dodging it easily. There is an innocent expression on his face as he picks up my pillow, drawing it back at me, and sits down on the chair in front of my desk. Kurato drops his arm against the desk, looking in my direction. Is it okay if I watch you from here? It seems he will persist no matter how many times I reject him. Since this is part of his job, I decide to stop complaining. Fine, do what you want. Just don't try anything funny. There's an extra blanket over there if you're cold. I'm good, but thanks. Want me to tuck you in? Sing a lullaby? Want me to throw you out of the window? Kurato chuckles, my light tone having made it clear that I was kidding. Okay, sleep well, Diviana. Kurato shifts in the chair, taking a more comfortable position. He flashes me an innocent smile once he's settled. I shift to face away from him, my eyelids heavy, and I quickly fall asleep. I wake up to a strange noise. I lie still for a time, waiting for the sound to abate. When it doesn't stop after a minute, I sit up, rubbing my eyes before taking a look around. Kurato's chair is empty, and I do not see him anywhere else in the room. Maybe he went to the bathroom? I hear shuffling sounds outside, as if something is being dragged over the ground. So, if I'm not mistaken, last time investigate the noise was actually the right choice. However, we had more three choices. I think one of them was run, and I don't know if the other one was punching him instead of helping, or something like that. And I want to see if all those options with lends to something good or not, because feels like this is a good choice to be killed. So, seriously? What is Kurato doing this late? Curious, I get out of bed and head for the door. I open the door, but see nothing in the darkness. The sound has already stopped, and I cannot see well enough to determine if anything looks suspicious. Kurato, are you here? I wait for a moment, but there is no reply. I go to the next room to look for him. Finding it empty, I begin to grow nervous. Let me check something. He said he would guard me tonight. He couldn't have gone out, could he? I call his name again, but only silence answers me. I am about to check downstairs, but before I put a foot on the first step, I hear shuffling sounds again. I hear creaks, as though someone is on the stairs. I turn my eyes, curious about the figure that is slowly approaching in the dark. A boy is crawling upstairs with messy hair, a torn shirt, and no legs. It looks like his legs has been chopped off, but from his position, I cannot make out if it is real or an illusion. Both of his hands are strewn with dark red, and there is a trail of blood behind him. Oh, it was kick him. Run for my life. Okay, so last time we were from our help, and that was a good choice. So now I'm going to make Chad choose. Do you want to run for life? Or do you want to kick him? And I'll put 1 minute. Okay, the pull is there. Pick your poison, otherwise I'll just spin a wheel. But for our character, kicking him sounds more like something that our character would do. To get noise. Let's kick him. Kick him. There is no way this is a real person. It must be a ghost. I try to kick him away, but he grabs my foot. His reflex much faster than I anticipated. As I try to free myself, I feel something sticking to my skin and shiver at the thought of it being blood. Let me go! After struggling for a short while, I finally break free. I hurry back to my room and block the door with a chair. I look around for possible weapons and settle for a cane tucked in my closet. Then I secure the door and window with heavy objects. That has to be the school ghost. It looks exactly like the boy in the photo I saw. And he's legless, just like the rumors. But isn't he supposed to appear at school? This is too real to be a prank. Where is Kurato when I need him? The shuffling sound draws closer, stopping right outside my room. My heart beats rapidly, and I feel my legs trembling. My eyes are focused on the door, and I hold the cane in my hands tightly. Suddenly, I hear Kurato's voice calling my name, and relief floats through me as I rush to the door. Yeah, I think so too. Kurato, you're back. I lower the cane and clear my blockhead. However, when I open the door, the hallway is empty. Kurato is nowhere to be seen. Kurato? Nothing seems to happen for the next few seconds, so I close the door, having a breath. Maybe I'm just dreaming? My blood turns ice when the shuffling sounds resume, this time from close behind me. Slowly turn around, dread waiting in my chest. A bloody hand sticks out from under my bed, reaching out for me. Why am I laughing at this? The boys... like the... I don't know, this feels silly to me. The boy slowly crawls towards me, his head down. I freeze in shock, seconds ticking by before I can manage a coherent thought. How did he get over there? Is a ghost. How did he get into your house in the first place? I watch in horror as he crawls towards me, a trail of blood straining a morbid path behind him. I scramble for the cane on the floor, but the noise spurs the ghost child into action. Within the blink of an eye, the boy is right in front of me, his face inches from mine despite his inability to stand. His eyes are nothing but dark holes, his mouth opens in a silent scream, and I feel a painful heat in my chest. The darkness of his eyes expands to consume my vision, and I'm aware of nothing more. The room is swarming with investigators. Estimated time of death? About 3 a.m. Rigor mortis had already set in by the time we found her. Heart attacks are uncommon at our age. The room is a mess, but there's nothing else to indicate the perpetrator broke in. The windows and doors were all locked when we got here. That fits with the neighborhood story. None of the investigators watching them notices a struggle either. What about the investigator assigned to her? Kurato Akaze? He appears to be missing. Shane seems to know something, but he doesn't want to talk. Dead End 7. Achievement. Lame. That was why I was laughing. It was a lame death. Okay. Okay. We got lame death, just like that. Okay, let's start all over again. We still have more endings with Kurato. So, and now it's not like bad endings. Now it's two endings. That is a normal ending, probably friend zone, and a romance ending. So yeah, let's just focus on those two with Kurato, and then we go to another guy that I think I said it would be Zakon. I should have gone home earlier. My shoes are getting soaked. Everything is so boring these days that I keep losing track of time. Staying at home does not help. I often go out. The library is one of my favorite places to visit because it has so much more for me to discover. Even then, there is a limit to what I can do there. I wish something interesting would happen in this village every once in a while. Anything that could kill my boredom. I often pass by this mansion during the day, but this time it catches my attention. I wonder when was the last time anyone last visited this place? No other house in the village looks as lonely as this one does. From afar, it looks grand. If I had to guess, it was probably built over 2 centuries ago. The atmosphere changes as soon as I approach the house. The whole building is surrounded by a veil of thin mist. All the plants in the garden have been taken over by the weeds. Behind the trees, I notice an empty fountain with a fairy statue in the middle. Its expression makes the environment even more depressing. No matter how you look at it, this place has an incredibly mysterious aura. There is something new to discover with each gaze around the premise. Some of the windows are broken, and the door is locked with heavy chains. My feet start to get cold, drawing my attention to my wet socks. I'd love to come back another time, if I want to explore. As I'm about to turn around, I see a shadow move behind the windows. I try to focus on it, but it is already gone. It is as if nothing ever happened. Oh, is that a person, or it's just my imagination? I continue staring at the windows, but nothing else happens. Even though that was strange, I'm more curious than freaked out. Anyway, I don't want to stay in the rain any longer than necessary. My mind is clouded by the thought of the mansion. Classes start soon. The first hour is history, my least favorite. It does not take long for me to doze off. I'll just take a short nap until class is over. I won't miss much anyway. When I finally open my eyes, school has already ended. I slept through all my classes. I should be reprimanded for it, but my teacher, Mr. Blanchett, does not usually mind. He gives me special treatment because he knows I live alone, and there is no one for him to write me out to. Perhaps I should not do that so often. My classmates looked at me with resentful glares. I noticed assignments laying on my desk, history and chemistry. Mr. Blanchett gave us more homework than usual. It can't get any more boring than doing the same assignments over and over again. It seems like the other students have already gone home. My friends didn't even bother to wake me up. I'll get back at them for this. Now I feel so lazy to get up. Once I am ready, I start to head home. Even though I'm walking on the main road, no one is around. It is unusually quiet today, and after all that what Leoji told me, I'm feeling especially on the edge. My footsteps echo in the silence of the empty street. When I hear another set of footsteps, I glance back, relaxing when I see it's only a boy from my school. I look up at the cloudless sky and yawn. Even though I haven't done anything today, I feel so exhausted. I want to jump back into bed. I take a few turns. It might be a coincidence, but a boy behind me seems to be following me. I have been walking very slowly this entire time, so he should have passed me by now. I should test him. There is an easy trick to find out if someone is following you or not. If I turn 3 times clockwise or counterclockwise at forks in the road, we'll walk in a circle. If the other person does that too, it means they have no destination. Enter a small alley. I take a turn. I take a turn once more, and again. Now, if he is still following me, I'll know if it's not just a coincidence. Right on cue, I hear the boy's footsteps behind me. That guy's still following me? That sure is interesting. I speed up, trying to get him off my heels by taking more turns. All of a sudden, my arm is grabbed. I briefly stop and turn around. It seems that my stalker has caught up with me. Oh, it's just the first year. Hello, we don't know each other, but we go to the same school, and I just wanted to ask you something. What is it? Well, will you go out with me? No. To break the ice, I say... Is that all you wanted to ask? I'm still saying this. I don't like the other answers. Is that all you wanted to ask? The boy looks at me and scratches his head, obviously flustered. I have never seen him before. This confession is too sudden. It might have taken a lot of courage for him to confess to me, but I do not appreciate his creepy stalkerish approach to things. You really had me freaked out. You should have waited somewhere instead of following me around. I could have punched you when you grabbed me, don't do that. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not interested in dating a freshman. Huh? I thought we were in the same year. You look so young. Anyway, I wasn't stalking, I just... You got it wrong, alright? Maybe you should memorize uniforms for each class. I'm pretty new here, hehe. The first time I saw you, I immediately fell for you. Ugh. Will you go out with me? Please, give me a chance. I roll my eyes at his cheesy lines. So impatient too. My answer is still no. Now, let me go. Please? The boy keeps holding onto me, even when I try to pull myself free. Frustrated, I violently tug my arm away. This guy's attitude is really creeping me out. All the more reason to refuse him. He doesn't seem to know when to give up. What a brat. Sorry, forget what I said. Give me another chance. Let's start out as friends and get to know each other better. The boy grabs my other arm and pulls me closer. He's getting more forceful as he tries to keep our conversation going. Without warning, I knee him in the stomach. He yells and doubles over, finally letting me go. Ow! Ow! Don't make me repeat myself. I'm sorry, please give me another chance. Is he a masochist? He reaches out towards me again, but I step aside and grab his arm first. Skillfully, I seize his other arm and fold them both behind his back. When I speak again, my voice is stern. Try that again, and you won't live to regret it. Huh? I never expected a small girl like you to be so strong. I mean, yes, ma'am. If you understand, then go. He decides. I release the boy and watch as he runs away. See, we do this, but then we are like untrained people. The fuck? I hear him mumble something inaudible before he disappears down another street. First years are always so troublesome. He called me a small girl even though he was small himself. People like him will always stay persistent unless I'm clear with them. Maybe I should report him to the administration. Well, I'll probably rough him up enough to teach him a lesson. Once I get home, I go to my room. I put my bag on my desk and drop down onto my bed. As usual, the silence of my house is so heavy I can feel it making my shoulders sag. I live alone because my parents work overseas. They are usually busy, but they still call me whenever they can. It is not like I miss them, but it is boring to always be alone. I used to have many hobbies, but as soon as I grew up, they started to feel pointless. At some point, they all become repetitive. I do not want to spend my life in an endless cycle in the same routine. As if I am not doing that right now. For the time being, I will just stay as I am. This village has always been quiet. Aside from the same holidays every year, there is not much going on. I wish something exciting would happen. Actually, perhaps I can make my own excitement and try something new. Unless my fate has already been decided for me. If I could, I would rewrite this boring village. I think I forgot something. There was something I wanted to do. That mysterious mansion. I'm too sleepy right now. So tired. My eyelids feel heavy, and before I know it, I am fast asleep. The next day.
Diviana? Diviana!
What is it, Ikuya?
Did you get in a fight with another student yesterday?
Oh? Why do you ask?
There's a rumor that you roughed up a freshman yesterday for no reason.
Seriously? That brat. I should have reported him.
Of course, I'm on your side. I don't believe you'd do such a thing.
Part of it is actually true, but to be fair, he was stalking me and being very forceful, so I simply defended myself. A dark-haired boy walks toward us. His name is Ryoji, like Ikuya. I met him in primary school. Diviana, there's a difference between self-defense and assault. I doubt Mr. Class President would ever understand. You really do remind me of a wild rose. If I grew roots in this place, I'd die of boredom.
Oh, this reminds me of that time from 2 years ago, you know? When we beat up those seniors?
It wasn't like I wanted to do it. Besides, I only got involved because they started hazing all the freshmen. It's not my fault I couldn't hold back. Try to be nicer to your fellow students. Fine, I'll do my best. You should care more about your reputation.
Aren't you afraid that you won't be able to make friends now that the rumor is going around?
I didn't intend to make friends with the freshmen anyway.
You always seem so bored. Meeting new people or falling in love will make your life more exciting.
No comment. Shortly afterwards, we began to prepare for our trip to the forest. Our history teacher will be our guide. He supposedly wants to show us the class a monument we learned about in class. He claims pictures in books are nothing compared to the real thing. The monument we'll be visiting is only a 15-minute walk from our school. Ikuya is clearly not looking forward to this trip. She has been holding my hand tightly the whole time. Everyone, don't stray from the path. You don't want to get lost here. Make sure you do not disturb the wildlife either. Yes, this field trip turned out to be even more educational than I expected. I've never seen this place before. Well, not recently. I got lost during a class picnic once, when I was in primary school. This looks different from what I remember. I'm also thinking right now, because Kurato says that he knows us, that we have already met before. And a lot of the other kids that we just met feel like a little bit like they also know us somehow. And we discovered that Kurato went missing in a school trip to the forest because of Roy with another student, and we don't know who the other student is. Is it possible that the other student was us and something with like these supernatural things happen and we don't remember? Because what happens was they say that they only found Kurato. What if something happened and yeah, I don't know. I'm just making theories.
Ryoji, have you heard about the demon in the forest?
Yeah, everyone in my neighborhood is talking about it. Apparently, the rumor started after some tourists went missing on a trip there.
Do you think they're true?
I don't know. I've never seen a demon before. Don't they only exist in legends?
They say there's a truth behind every legend.
This village has many tales, but I doubt they're all true.
If it's true, I hope our little demon friend doesn't eat people.
Even if it does, it wouldn't hit you. It tastes too bad. Ikuya punches Leota. What? Ow! I was kidding. Ikuya giggles at his reaction. Why is the school taking us to a forest where a man-eating demon freely roams around anyway? The teachers don't believe in the rumors. They think it's just a media stunt, and I don't know because my dad told, and I know this because my dad told me. I guess we'll have to see what happens. There is one thing I would like to warn you about.
What is it?
It's not public information yet, but recently, a few villagers went missing in the middle of the night. No trace of them has been found. It's as if they just vanished. I noticed last time this got cut out. I did such a squeaky voice that it got cut out. For real?
I sure won't be walking around alone again.
If we're headed the same direction, I can walk you home. You could also ask your brother to pick you up.
My brother, no, not him.
Why?
He's from the elite class. He stands out too much.
Well, if all eyes are on you, no one's going to make a move.
But being picked up like a kindergartner? Sorry, but...
Anyway, even though this news hasn't been officially released yet, you two should be more careful. I don't want my friends to get hurt. I'll be fine. Anyway, should we ask Mr. Blanchett about the demon rumor?
Don't mention that. You're ruining the mood.
Let me ask him. We eavesdrop on Leoji's conversation. Excuse me, Mr. Blanchett. Do you know anything about the demon rumors? Oh, Leoji, well... The teacher lets out a sigh and scratches the top of his head. You don't believe that, in them, do you? Not in the slightest. This forest is home to many different species of animals. Some silly people probably mistook one of them for one for a demon. Besides, there is no proof of their existence. The legends about these forests were just stories made up to scare little children. What about the missing tourists? Would you call their disappearance a coincidence? I don't think they disappeared. It is very easy to get lost in the forest without a map or guide. That's what probably happened to them. A rescue team will find them soon. Just stay with the group and you won't have anything to worry about. I see.
What did Mr. Blanchett say?
He believes it's all made up. I don't believe a thing about this demon, still the rumors have piqued my curiosity. There's at least a grain of truth in almost every story. Something must have caused the villagers to feel restless. Hey, what you guys can speak. What do you guys think about doing a little expedition of our own? That sounds interesting.
But those missing tourists, what if we get lost too?
Don't worry, I have a map, and we can always signal for help with the torch.
Really? You'll set the forest on fire with that? Why would I even have one of those? This isn't the Middle Ages.
Just kidding, I've got a phone with me.
Can you even get the signal out here?
Mr. Blanchett
will...
Don't worry, Kuya. I'm sure everything will go smoothly. If anything does happen, you can blame it on me.
Sure. But that doesn't guarantee our safety.
Stop overthinking it. What are the chances of anything bad happening? It will be just like a walk in the park. The worst thing that could happen to us is getting lost.
Of course that would be the worst.
Don't tell me you're planning for it to happen. Nah, it just occurred to me. I haven't been in the forest in a while. This place looked worse in my memories. See, this is also why I think something with our time skip and going back in time and rewriting things messed up with things, because both us and Lyoji mentioned that the forest does look different. It looks way better than before. So that's another reason. Yeah, this place looks too nice for a demon to live in. While we are here, we can look for the missing tourists. Well, I'm up for it. Come with us, Wikuya. I think it will be fun.
Fine.
Everyone gather together and let's go. The students line up in small groups. The teacher makes sure everyone is present before moving on. Psst. When do we sneak out? Let's head to the back of the line. He won't be able to see us there. As the group follows a path, we go to the other way. A few minutes later, we end up at a fork in a path. Look, a crossroad.
Which path should we take?
According to the map, the right path goes further into the forest, while the left one leads to a waterfall. Let's go to the waterfall. I don't think there is anything interesting among more trees anyway. Excitedly, Lyoji skips ahead. After a few minutes of walking, we reach the waterfall. A large shimmering lake ringing by lily pads rests at the bottom of it. The cliff face of the waterfall also has a path of rocks lined along it, providing easiest access to the other side of the water. The water is so clear, I can't see the bottom.
Wow, it's huge! The water looks so sparkly. I want to jump right in.
You get excited over some of these things, don't you? There might be dangerous animals or bacteria in the water. If you jump into it, you'll probably be eaten alive.
Ooh, you always ruin my fun.
Lyoji chuckles at her reaction. I take a closer look at the lake. I can hear the sound of birds singing, but there does not seem to be any other animal around.
These rocks could serve as perfect seats. Tiziana, come over here.
I'm going to explore for a bit. I'll be back soon. We'll be waiting here. Don't go too far, okay? I know, don't worry. I skip over to the right side of the waterfall, trying to see what might be behind the stream of water. To my surprise, there seems to be a hidden cave. From the corner of my eye, I notice a shadow moving in the bushes. It moves so fast that my eyes cannot make out what it is. It does not help that I was not paying attention. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it just went into the cave. I look towards the entrance and notice another path of rocks leading inside. Curiosity gets the best of me, compelling me to take a look. I carefully make my way across the rocks. After I manage to get behind the waterfall, I peer around the cave. I cannot see anything in the darkness. The sound of falling water echoes around me. I wish I had my phone with me so I could use it as a flashlight. What could be back there? I know I saw something heavy a moment ago, but I can't see anything. Was it just my imagination? I try to shout, but the sound of crashing water overpowers my voice. As I walk deeper into the cave, I try again. Hello? Is anybody there? I call out a third time, but I can only hear the echo of my voice. I hear footsteps behind me, surprised as I turn around. A shadow stands at the entrance. Who is there? I can tell for the person's build that is a man, but due to the darkness, I cannot make out his facial features. Who are you? I shout again, this time louder. Who are you? Stop yelling, I'm not deaf. The man silently starts walking towards me, surprised by his movements. I step back. I slip on the wet, uneven surface and fall flat onto the ground. Ouch! Ed reaches out to me, and I'm surprised by the man's kindness. Light suddenly filters through the waterfall, and I can finally see his face. Are you hurt? No, I'm okay. I take his hand and pull myself up. He gazes at me with his narrow violet eyes, but I am more drawn to the long, crimson hair he has tied into a loose braid. The man's delicate facial features contrast with his muscular torso and wide shoulders. He's wearing odd, traditional clothing. In particular, the collar around his neck raises a lot of questions. Now that I'm thinking about it, it reminds me a little bit of the soul link that the ghosts in Bleach have when they are still on Bleach City. I have never encountered anyone like him in the village. You're disturbing my peace with your shouting. That was so blunt and rude. You didn't answer me. I'm guessing you're not one of the tourists. Tourists? Can't you see I'm a student? How did you discover this cave? Are you lost? No, I wanted to follow the path outside and never come back. This is a private property. Wait, who are you? And what are you doing here? How did you know about the tourists? And don't ask so many questions at once. Just don't cut me off. Answer me. Never mind that. Go back to your group already. But the man roughly grabs me by the wrist and pulls me back into the cave entrance. Hey! Stay away from this place. The man effortlessly pushes me out of the cave. Turn around to complain, but he's already gone. He disappears as mysteriously as he appears. What a rude guy. It's not like he owns a cave or anything. This reminds me of how I treated that first-year kid. At least I gave him a chance to explain. This person was just... If no one is allowed to go in there, then what about the crimson-haired man? He seemed to know about the tourists too. Shouting out every side, I go back across the rocks to Lyoji and Ikuya. Hey Diviana, back already? Did you find anything interesting? No. Met a weird guy, but it doesn't seem worth mentioning to Ikuya and Lyoji.
Maybe demons don't live here after all.
Jeez, Ikuya, have you given up already? Of course the demon won't show itself so easily. We should keep looking for it around.
Nah, I'm tired. Let's go back to the group before Mr. Blanchard notices we're gone.
Did Mr. Blanchard ever talk about this forest during history class? I can't remember. That's because you're always asleep during history class. That's not true. I do pay attention sometimes. My friends chuckle. I should drink some water. It's been a long day. My feet hurt from all of the walking. Still curious about what secrets the forest has. That crimson-haired guy in particular bothers me. He wasn't dressed like the tour guys. Not that I've heard about any tours in the forest. Digging into it makes me more confused. Perhaps I should stop here. Like I said, it is none of my business. There is no use fretting over it. Even as one mystery fades, however another one appears. The abandoned house from yesterday pops up in my mind. I did plan on going there again. and it does not seem to be raining right now. I glance at the time. It's 8 p.m. It is already dark outside. My feet still hurt, but the house isn't that far. I grab my jacket once I decide to go. The streets are completely empty, making the village seem like it has been abandoned. Everyone must already be home from work or school. A few minutes later, I reach the old house. It looks exactly the same as last time, even though it did not rain today. It is still surrounded by that eerie mist. The previous owner must have been very rich to afford the construction of this mansion, especially with all these fine details. Shouldn't be a problem if I look around. The house looks larger and older now that I'm close. I inspect the big chains, locking the doors. They are not old and rusty as I expected. They seem like they were put on recently. Perhaps the residence has a new owner. Suddenly, I hear a sigh from behind me. Quickly turn around to locate the source of the sounds. There is someone sitting on the edge of the fountain. He blends so well with the dreary mist that I had not noticed him when I first entered. Hi Shoko, how are you? I slowly approach the man. Up close, I notice he looks near my age. He is most likely from the same school as me, but I have never seen him before. Good job being alive. His uniform design is not one I recognize. Perhaps he's part of the elite class, like Ikuya's brother. Each elite student wears a custom-designed uniform, making it difficult to be certain they even attend our school. To complement their unique uniforms, the elite class also has special rules, but I never bother looking into them. Its members hardly appear at school, so only a few of us have ever seen their faces. Needless to say, there are many rumors about the class. According to Ikuya, you need to have very high grades to qualify, but there might be more to it than that. Many students envy their statues. Hello? The guy flinches and looks at me, startled. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Oh, I do not mind. My apologies for not noticing you earlier. May I sit here? My guest. Could it be the shadow I saw yesterday? Do you come here often? It sounds like a cheesy pickup line, but I don't know what else to say. I do. This place has an interesting atmosphere. He looks away from me. The warm copper of his is thoughtful. Something about him feels off. I'm not sure, but is he sad? Can't really read his expression. What about you? Well, I can't tell him that I saw something strange here the other night and came to investigate. It sounds weird. I never noticed how interesting this place was before, so I thought I'd come take a closer look. It's his hour. I like going for walks at night. Huh, likewise. The man's expression clears up and he smiles. Would you like to go for a walk with me then? Sure. It's odd that someone would offer to go for a walk with the person they just met. It does seem friendly and polite though. He stands up and we follow a path through the garden. Unlike the rest of the garden, this path is not covered with weeds. The ground is even and well trod. As we walk, it points out the statues hidden away by usual shrubs, often flowers I have not seen before. It does it so natural. It is as if he owns this place. The moonlight and starry sky illuminate the view, which makes it even more beautiful. I never expect to find beauty in the abandoned place like this. The man smiles mysteriously at my comment. You seem to know a lot about this mansion. I would be happy to answer any questions you have. Do you know who put the chains on the door? His eyes swivel away from me. For mine again. The man hesitates to speak. I seem to have found my answer. I do not know about it. I guess he doesn't want to say. Sorry, I just got some stuff. Sorry. It looks flustered. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed it any further right now. It's getting late. I should go home. Have a good night. As I head back to the front yard, I realize that I have not asked for the man's name. I turn back and try to find him, but he's already gone. The weekend finally arrives. In the morning, I make myself breakfast and sit on the couch. While chewing on some toast, I open the newspaper. I do not have any real leads for the disappearance yet, but I have to catch up with the news. It is full of the usual advertisements, but now it's actually as this end news article. I browse through, hoping to find something interesting. My eyes stop at the page with numerous sketches. The reports of missing purse. I just noticed now the mistype there. The missing persons, the missing people, are increasing. In just a few days, it has reached the point where the police can no longer suppress the public outcry. I studied their profiles and tried to find a commonality, but there does not seem to be one. Age, gender, appearance, occupation, address. No, nothing adds up. This is going nowhere. I recognize some of these people, but I don't think they knew each other. Then again, if it was that easy, the cops would have solved the case already. I doubt people disappear without a trace. They must have gone into hiding or were kidnapped. The thought of someone I knew suddenly disappearing is scary. These crimes, or whatever they are, have to stop at some point. How long can this go on? I flip a page and find an article about an attempted homicide. A local reported that she heard a distressed scream late at night. According to her, the attacker ran off when she reached the scene. She also stated that she managed to take a picture. When she noticed the victim was still alive, she called emergency services and waited for the ambulance to arrive. Witness: I can't believe someone did such a inhuman thing. This is unforgivable. Further details on the case are below. Attached to the article is a blurry photo the witness took of the suspect with their cell phone. Nothing about their appearance is distinguishable. It will be difficult to identify them. The description says the victim had been missing for a week before the incident took place. Put the newspaper aside and take a sip of my tea. The news really spread quickly in this village, no matter how grisly it is. Rumors pop up just as quickly. I would not be surprised if people are already talking about who the attacker might be. While distasteful, those same rumors become trails that lead back to the criminals, allowing the crimes to be resolved just as quickly. I want to help track down these people, but I'm not sure I'd make a difference. For now, I should keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Absentmindedly ate the rest of my breakfast. I should take a walk to clear my mind. Going to the park sounded like a good idea. I look up at the bright blue sky. Gentle winds blow the puffy cloud spot. As I walk down the road, an advertisement on a building catches my attention. Wanted, exorcists. Exorcists? Do ghosts even exist? Announcement. Recently there have been sightings of ghosts within the village. We are looking for exorcists to deal with them. Seriously? I don't think anything remotely supernatural has ever happened here. And now people are supposedly seeing apparitions? Sightings of ghosts, sure. The park is practically empty despite it being in the middle of the afternoon. There is only one other person, a boy. One on the entire block. He seems to have noticed me too, but I do not pay further attention to him. I sit on a nearby bench to close my eyes, enjoying the silence. Weird things are happening in the village. It's interesting, but a bit concerning too. I hope Lioja and Ikoy will be safe. This is my day off. I didn't come here to find any new things to worry about. The wind blows gently and on my cheeks while I enjoy the warm sunlight on my skin. I clear my mind of all thoughts. I clear my mind of all thoughts and focus on the breathing. They say this technique helps to relieve stress. A moment later, bigger blocks the sunlight. I open my eyes to notice a silver-haired boy standing in front of me. Excuse me, miss? Yes? Can you tell me where the haunted house is? Haunted house? I've never heard of one around here. I'm sure it's supposed to be nearby, but I can't find it. I recall the advertisement from earlier. Only exorcists or junkies will actively seek haunted houses. He looks too young to get a job, but the alternative seems more unlikely, given his innocent demeanor. Why are you searching for it? Are you an exorcist? The boy looks confused, blinking innocently. No, do exorcists normally live around here? I don't know, but I just saw an advertisement looking for applications. Also, why? I see a lot of them with bandage, and that is... The boy purses his lips, his expression flustered. Is something wrong? I must find the haunted house. Before I can say anything, the boy runs away. I wonder what that was about. I pull out a booklet from my pocket and start to read. This is a romance novel that I borrowed from Ikoya. Even though this genre is not my cup of tea, she insisted that I would enjoy it. I expected it to be something cheesy from the start, but so far nothing romantic has happened. The story feels more like a slice of life piece. Perhaps that is why Ikoy recommended it. Suddenly the sky becomes cloudy. Is it going to rain again already? Time to go home then. As I'm leaving the park, I notice the boy from earlier lying on the ground, his face against the dirt. Did he collapse? Quickly, I go to him and kneel down. Hey, are you okay? What happened? I don't have much time. What do you mean? The boy passes out before he can reply. I can reply. Hey, don't pass out here. What should I do? I panic as I look around, but nobody else is in the park. I have no way of placing an emergency call. Thankfully, it does not look that bad. I have no choice. I can't leave him here when it's about to rain. The clouds became darker with every passing minute. When I look up, I feel cold raindrops on my face. Managed to carry the boy to a dry spot under a tree before the rain starts pouring. I'm surprised by how easy it is. It was less than what you would assume by looking at him. Also, this is stupid. Trees can easily get hit by lightning. Why did he faint? Does he have some sort of illness? Maybe I should take him to a hospital. Well, it will have to wait until after the rain stops. I don't want to risk getting any sicker. The rain creates a curtain around the tree. A few drops sneaking between the leaves to land on us. What an unlucky day. I bow my head to look at the boy. Oh, he's such an adorable baby face. He's such an adorable... Hey, how old could he be? I bet he's way younger than me. His hair looks so soft. I want to touch it. Just then, the boy slowly opened his eyes. Are you okay? The boy mumbled something before closing his eyes again. Hey! Worried, I gently shake his shoulder and wake him up. He immediately opens his eyes and goes away from me. So sorry. I thought... Oh, it's you. Right. Rubbing the back of his neck, he looks away, embarrassed. He's an odd one, but he's kind of cute. It's okay. Do you feel better? Yes, I'm fine. The boy fixes his scarf and pats down his hair. He beams reassuringly at me. The boy looks up at the grey sky, surprised by what he sees. It is raining. Could have sworn it was sunny earlier. The downpour started right after he passed out. Oh, right. Thanks for taking care of me. He turns towards me and gives me a warm smile. Let's wait here until it stops raining. Are you really okay? I got worried when I saw you on the ground. I thought something happened to you. Oh, it's not a big deal. I'm just a little tired. It's nothing to worry about. Passing out from exhaustion is very serious. We should get you to a doctor. No. I feel a lot better now. He shakes his head and widely waves around his arms, as if to prove that he's okay. I raise an eyebrow. I suspect he is afraid of doctors. Even so, I cannot force him to go anywhere. What is your name? Sashiro. Nice to meet you, Sashiro. You can call me Diviana. You mentioned the haunted house before. Can you tell me more about it? It's just a regular place, but people say it's haunted for some reason. Wouldn't you normally try to stay away from a place like that? It's just... I've lost something important there. Which means you've been there before. Yeah, but I don't remember much. Can you tell me what you've lost? Just something important to me. Sashiro? Yes? Before he passed out, he said something like, I don't have much time. What did he mean? I did? Yeah? Sashiro scratched his head. I just need to find my something quickly. See. Sorry, I just need to do something really quick. Here, you can go. We sit side by side and watch the rain. I glance over at the boy. I do not know what happened, but he looks less pale than before. He seems to be enjoying the sight before us. Before long, the weather clears and the rain slowly stops. I hope you can take care of yourself. I'm going home. I will. Perhaps I can help you look for the haunted house later. That'd be really nice of you. I come here a lot if you do ever want to meet up. Okay, maybe I'll see you later then. See ya! This is the best part. I love this. I look at the pile of books on my desk. There is still plenty of homework to do, and whether I like it or not, I have to finish it. This is getting difficult. Perhaps I should pay attention in Mr. Blanchett's classes. The last few days, I have been attic with all the strangers I have run into, but I'm glad I made a new friend. How can I work like this? I try to focus on the textbook, but my mind keeps wandering. The man by the old house, the guy in the cave, and Och Sashiro from the park. Even though I only spoke with them for a short time, they have piqued my curiosity. I give up. I want to find what is going on in the village. I wonder what's Leoji up to. Maybe I should call him? I dial his number, but the call goes to his voicemail. I guess that he is still busy with his after-school activities. I could call Ikoya and tell her what happened, but it will only get her worked up, so I brush the aside. I throw myself on the bed and close my eyes. This feels a lot better. A moment later, I hear knocking on my window. Annoyed, I get up and check the source of the noise. I find myself being waved at. Whoa! Let me in! Who the hell are you, and what are you doing here? Hurry! Get down first! Just let me in. What's wrong with this guy? He scaled my house. Seriously, how can a stranger expect me to let him into my room through the window? He must be the worst burglar ever. I'm not stupid enough to fall for such an obvious trap. I ignore him and lay back down on my bed. It is common sense not to let strangers in your house. The knocking stops after a moment. It seems like he is finally given up. Silently, I go back to my bed. I cannot help but worry about what happened to the guy clinging to the side of my house. Maybe I should check on him and get a ladder or something. I lean outside of my living room window and look up. Strange, I can see the window of my room, but there is no one outside. I shrug and turn back, going to my room. I am shocked by the sight of a man laying on my bed. Oh my... How? You... Huh? How did you get in here? Are you a burglar? I'll call the police. I frantically search for my phone. Within a second, the man has me by the wrist and pins me against the wall. Wait, it's a misunderstanding. Whoa! I desperately squirm around, trying to break his hold on me. The stranger lowers his head and to look me in the eyes. Calm down, let me explain. Let me go, you creep! As if I'm going to listen to anything you say. I prepare to kick him, but he releases me and backs away. How did he get into my house? There was an open window in another room. I have to be more careful. Can I stay here? His sudden request makes me speechless. What? That came out of nowhere. Are you joking? I'm serious. His expression changes instantly, earnest and almost somber. I've never met anyone who switches moods so this quickly. No way! I don't even know you. And you attacked me.
Maybe not, but I know you.
And anyway, I wasn't trying to hurt you. He sighs and shakes his head. I don't remember meeting this guy. Wait, could it be? Nah, never mind. Get out of my room, you creepy stalker. Huh? I've been demoted to a stalker now? Either way, you're a pervert. A burglar, a stalker, and a pervert? That really stings, you know? I grab the closest thing to me, a book, and hurl it at him. Get out of here, go away. Wait, I wasn't finished. Get out now! It dodges my next projectile before slicking through the window. Calm down. No need to get aggressive. First, you broke into my house, and then you assaulted me. Now you ask me if you can stay here? My answer is obvious. There's nothing wrong with asking, right? What the? The man lets out a heavy sigh. Fine, if you don't want me to say then. He gives me a sad glance before jumping out of the window. Oh my lord! I didn't say you had to jump out! I rush to the window only to find the weirdo smirking at me from the ground. Oh, you do care about me. You jerk! Don't you dare come here again. Who knows what the future holds? Well, see you later. My eyes follow the figure as he walks through the streets and out of sight. I am relieved. Hi Tien, how are you? Shall you up? What were you playing? Overwatch? Did you have fun with Overwatch? How was it? Oh my god. But yeah. Tian and Okemon Tian raid. If you need to go, lurk, take care of yourself. In Tian's case, probably sleep. Feel free to do so. I'm not holding anyone here against their will. I'm not pointing any guns. So if you have to go, feel free to do so. Or who doesn't know me? My name is Iviana Luna Lepus. D, or Dishan for short. I am a human hair hybrid and normally do art and craft streams, relative streams, or gaming streams like I'm doing right now. If anyone is interested, these are my social media, and I'm also part of Virtually Magazine, a magazine for VTubers from VTubers. Ooh, Beyblade. Oh yeah, you had talked that you were getting some new Beyblades, right? How was it? Did you have fun? Did you win? Did you cry? Okay, if it was fun, that's an important thing. Yeah. And you are also talking with Amin about it, so you also have other people to talk it about it, and maybe join you question mark in some kind of like building if they want. Okay, have fun. But don't get up too late. I'm relieved that he did not steal anything, though my heart is still racing from shock. It's the first time I've met such an oddball. These days are getting weirder and weirder. It didn't seem all that dangerous though. He left easily enough though, too. Wait a second, something is off. Why go through such lengths just to ask me if he could stay here? I know it's easy to climb to the landing, but this is just odd. I wonder what his intentions were. I shake my head inside. More questions bubble up as I think. Calm down, Diviana. You shouldn't dwell on this. The weekend passes quickly, and I'm back at school on Monday. My mind is filled with flashbacks from the past few days. I met a suspicious forest dweller, a mysterious gentleman, and a frail younger boy. Not to mention that weirdo who snuck into my house. I cannot help but find such odd, suspicious people interesting.
Ah, Ikuya! I called you out a few times, Steely. Were you asleep?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
You should try to stay awake during class.
But the lectures are boring. Mr. Blanchard is so repetitive.
Oh, really? You explained some useful things this time.
Like what?
Nope. You should have listened. Anyway, do you have any plans for the day?
Well, I'm thinking about scoping out a mansion.
Oh, tell me more.
You know, the road to the library.
Of course. What about it?
There's a creepy old mansion in that neighborhood. It never struck me before, but don't you think it's stranger that it's been abandoned for so long? About the thought of revamping or demolishing it, even when it's empty?
That's a good point.
I've heard a few rumors about that place before, but I haven't looked into them much. It was only because of that shadow I saw that really has me intrigued.
That old mansion is part of the many legends of this village. All I know is that it used to belong to the Kirigi family. I don't even think anyone owns it right now.
I could have sworn I heard something else during history class.
Hehehe. Suddenly interested in history, huh?
I probably shouldn't involve Ikoya in this further. I know she hates haunted places, and given the atmosphere, she wouldn't enjoy it very much.
Did you hear about that murder the teachers keep gossiping about? They say the suspect is likely someone who moved into the village not too long ago. They didn't say why though. I think they're wrong too. Everyone always uses new residents as scapegoats. Don't you think that's too unfair?
I don't think so. It narrows down the list of possible suspects.
Hi, Liaji.
It makes sense because no one knows the newcomers very well. They're naturally the most suspicious for now. We're a small community, so it's easy to tell when and why things change. You can't see what lies below the surface. Liachi's method does narrow down possible suspects, but I don't agree with using new residents as scapegoats. I'm helping my dad with this case. He asked me to collect a list of people who moved into the village within the last 6 months. If anyone comes to mind, let me know. It will help us out. I don't really agree with your method, but I'll let you know if I think of anyone. Thanks for the help.
Viviana, you can't stay over at my place while they are investigating.
You live alone, right? You should seriously think about it. I'm fine. Thanks for the offer, though. And now the opening! I will do this as many times as I can just for the opening. Hi Rosie, how are you? I love this opening. You arrive at the right time to the vibe. You arrive while the opening for the game is happening, because before the previous visual novel that I was playing, the opening would always pass when I started the game. So like as soon as I played like start game, it would appear. So when I would start streaming, you wouldn't see it because the opening would lead to the menu. While here the opening happens when we end the prologue. So whenever I finish the prologue before doing my choice of the guy that I'm going to pick the route, we vibe to the music. I stare at the ceiling while lying on the couch. It's a good music. And there is 16 endings, so... And this is like the third time I'm hearing it, so you have more like 13 times to listen to it. Yeah. I think about what Ikuya and Ryoji said earlier. Someone not from this village. Just in these past few days, I've met 4 faces I've never seen before. Any of them could have moved here around the same time those disappearance started. It's possible that one of them is involved. Against my better judgment, I cannot help but want to investigate them further on my own. The excitement is overwhelming. Who should I investigate first? Where is the weirdo? The weird person who broke into my room. It was really suspicious. An image of him pops in my mind. Yes, I should investigate him. Could it be him? He was acting pretty weird, after all. I told him not to come back, but I wonder if there is a chance of encountering him again. I should be able to find him, given how small this village is. I tried to recall his appearance, but it did not have any unique features. Now that I think about it, however, he had a strange sense of fashion. I have never met anyone who dressed the way he did. Oh well, no use fretting over the small detail. I'm sure I'll recognize him if I see him again. Chapter 1: Visits. Next, oh my god, my voice. I was feeling it. Water. Okay, I think, yeah, now it's better. Oh my god. The next day I wake up from a strange dream about the brown-haired guy from yesterday. He waved at me with a blood-stained hand and whispered, "It's our secret." I do not remember what happened after that. Even though it was just a dream, it worries me. Maybe my mind is filled with thoughts about everything that has happened recently. I scratched my head and sighed. He was just a weirdo. If he had been a murderer, he would have killed me the moment when we met. After taking a few deep breaths, I eventually calmed down and crawled off my bed. I prepared to leave for school. As usual, when I arrive at school, Ikuya greets me with an enthusiastic smile. We chit-chat a little before Ryoji joins us. I notice he's unusually moody. "Hey Ryoji, what's wrong?" He hesitates for a bit, then eventually sighs. The rumors about the murders are making me sick. These people are just spreading lies. Just because the investigators haven't solved them yet, people assume they are slacking off. The whole procedure doesn't happen in a day. People think solving a crime is so easy. Some people are even claiming the cops are involved with the murderers themselves. All this nonsense is making it harder for us. I feel especially bad for my dad. Yukiya puts an arm around Liage's shoulder.
Leo, just ignore them.
Liage sighs bitterly and shakes his head. Even my friends are complaining about it. I can't just listen to them.
At least you still have two good friends on your side.
Which friends are you talking about? Yukiya crosses her arms and looks at Liage.
You don't consider us your friends?
Let me think. Yukiya punches Liage.
Ow, stop, I was kidding.
To be honest, the murder cases have made me curious. Nothing like that ever happened before. This village is peaceful and not very exciting. Every day was the same as any other, like time rewounded after midnight. But now the disappearance and murder case has changed that. Despite that, I am not pleased by these events. If I can, I would like to find the culprit behind them. On my way home after classes, I keep thinking about the guy who broke into my room. It still bothers me. I do not know how or why he did it. Just then I hear a familiar voice calling my name, breaking me out of my thoughts. Why are you ignoring me? I turn around and see Lyoji right behind me. A little surprised, I step back. How long have you been there? Lyoji grabs the back of his neck. He raises an eyebrow. Not long, jeez. You should pay attention to your surroundings. Let your guard down and some creep might attack you. I mumble to myself, then shake away the image of a particular creep in mind. What? Never mind. I move closer, eating his arm playfully. So, what are you still doing here? Aren't you going home? Well, I was wondering if you wanted to walk home together. His suggestion caught me off guard. It has been months since we have walked home together. Liage has been so busy with club activities that I barely see him after class. Doing it again after so long would be nice. Of course. We walk home side by side. I do not know what we can talk about, mostly because I am not sure what he has been up to recently. There are many things I can ask. Don't you have club activities after school? I decided to skip them for today. I feel too tired to stay at school any longer. Besides, it feels like we haven't talked much lately. You have duties as the class president. I get that you're busy. I'm sorry for dumping that role on you. I didn't feel suited for it. It's still a bad excuse for spending less time with my friends. I took the role, so it's my responsibility now. You say so. This might be out of the blue, but it is just me, or have we all changed since our first year? Even Ikuya is busy with her own stuff now. Liage looks up at the sky with a melancholy expression, as Todd looking at something nostalgic. To be honest, I feel the same way. But if everything is better like this, then we should let it be. Paths meet, cross, and separate. We don't have to aim for the same future. You should follow whatever your heart desires. You must be joking. The Vivian I know doesn't let go of relationships that easily. Maybe I've changed. Well, to me, you haven't changed at all. You're saying that now, but I think you and I feel the same way. Sorry for my attitude. I got too caught up with things and forgot what I really wanted to do. It could be that you left me be because you thought it was the best for me. I miss old times with you and Ikuya. We should hang out together again like we used to. Yeah. You don't have to apologize. It's not like anyone is at fault. It has been a while since I have seen this side of Ryoji. Walking home with him brings back memories. I did not think he cared this much about our friendship. All this time, I tried not to get in his way. Perhaps I was the one who did not try hard enough. Because Ryoji lives farther than I. My needles fell. We part ways when we reach my neighborhood, and I walk the rest of the way by myself. I'm home. Obviously there is no reply, but I still do it, it's out of habit. I feel hungry, so I think about preparing dinner right away. What should I make today? Something easy like sushi, or should I go for curry? Let's see what I have. As I head to the kitchen, noises from upstairs make me freeze. The sounds of doors opening and closing. It could have been the winds, but because of the rumors, I'm extra cautious. Could it be the stalker again? It's strange, because I'm sure that I look at all the windows today. I take an umbrella to defend myself, and silently move upstairs. I prick to the railing and notice that a light is on in my room. My heart is beating rapidly as I hold my weapon tightly. I'll show whoever it is that they're messing with the wrong person. Slowly, I move closer and press my back against the wall beside the door. I turn my ears for footsteps. I think I can figure out their position. Suddenly, someone walks out of my room. They seem like they're about to leave. Continue heading towards the stairs, having not noticed me. I hold my umbrella firmly and watch when the person steps within my range. Stop it! I'm not. Ow! His voice sounds familiar, so I pull back. Fumbling in the darkness, I manage to find the hall light switch. The first thing I see is a guy wearing a brown cap, facing away from me, and I immediately realize it is the same person who broke into my house the other day. Come to steal again, huh? I told you not to let me see your face ever again. Hi, Waker. How are you? You're not looking at my face, though. The guy turns around, keeping his distance from me. I raise my umbrella again, but he grabs it before I can do anything else. Let go, pervert! He leans closer and covers my mouth with his hand, the force strong enough to push me back against the wall. First of all, my name is not Pervert, it's Kurato. Second, you shouldn't scream at night. Your neighborhoods might think you've been being assaulted. I give him a sharp look, as if it is not obvious what he's doing right now. Don't look at me like that. Believe it or not, I'm here to protect you. Aww. Do you need tissues or do you need a hug? Or both? But did you have fun? I raised my eyebrow. Yeah, sure, by pinning me against the wall. I tried to speak, but my words are muffled. He tilted his head, unable to make out anything I'm trying to say. I'll take my hand off, so you can talk, but only if you promise not to scream. I nod slowly, and he releases his grip. Hold on. You're saying that you broke into my house and assaulted me to protect me? Glad you had fun. Here, have a hug. Didn't actually break in. Without permission, it counts as breaking in, no matter who does it. He lets out a deep sigh as he steps back. I cross my arms and wait for a better explanation. If you really are here to protect me, you should try acting like it. You didn't have to climb to my window the other night. It was hard to reach you, so I had to improvise. What are you protecting me from? You've heard about the recent killings, right? I'll get straight to the point. You might be on the target list, and I've been assigned it as your private guard. I shook my head and held out my hand. Show me proof that you really are a private guard. Kurato digs into his pocket and takes out a badge, handing it to me. To my surprise, he also shows me a gun. He had kept it hidden under his belt. I recognize the symbol on the front of the badge. Only selected investigators have it. He's not a killer. I have done already 2 of his endings and he's not a killer. He's an investigator. But yeah, you maybe should wait some minutes more. You might need yeah, something. Just wait a little bit and you'll see more. Lyoji often talks about his father's job as an investigator, and how only they are permitted to carry guns and badges with the distinct symbol. Is Kurato an investigator? I take a closer look at his credentials. Kurato Akaze. Does your family name mean Doctor? Haha, Dr. Kurato. It's not my real family name. It was changed after I was adopted. Lyoji doesn't sound how to pronounce for me, actually. It sounds really simple. I feel like Lyoji is simple than Junuru. I feel like Lyoji is way simple for me. Also, hi Boishu, how are you? I see. Does that mean you believe me, Diviana? I give Kurato back his belongings, and he keeps them smiling confidently. Nobody told me about it, so... It's supposed to be a secret, so we can trap the killer. For now, I'll be keeping an eye on you. This violates my privacy. Maybe I went a bit too far. And what were you doing in my room? Just making sure you're still here. The thing is, for me, saying Liori, oh, it could be Riori. Riori? You know, because, yeah, but the thing is, sometimes they also have... sometimes people think it's L, think it's an R when it's an L, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure professionals don't check up on their clients this often. Also, I don't know the real nationality of the creator. If I'm not mistaken, there is more than one people working on this, so yeah. Back there, he gave his gun to me. Not that I would have, but did he not realize that I can simply take it and shoot him? I'm stuck with an amateur guard. You could have told me so when he broke in the other night. Then again, I immediately chased him out and didn't give him a chance to explain. You said I might be on the target list, but how are you sure they will come after me? The murderer seems to be interested in this neighborhood. The rest of the team are looking after other residents. I'm sure this is shocking, but don't worry, I'll protect you. I think it's Ryoji because like we have another character that his name starts with an R, and they wrote it with an R. Like we have Roya, we have Ryoji, and we have Roya. So I think the name is supposed to be Ryoji. Yeah, I don't think we have more characters with an R, at least that I have met so far. Kurato thinks I must be scared, but instead I look up at him again and grin. It is a perfect opportunity. I never knew the murder would be so close. If I could catch him. If you're watching out for the murder, then you'll be involved sooner or later. That means we have a chance to solve this case. You're lucky to have me as a partner. Together we will. I never said you were my partner, but I want to help you out. You're already helping by being a target. I continue trying to convince him to let me let me help him, but it does not budge. I am told to just act as I usually do. Residents aren't supposed to work together with their guards. I'm here to ensure your safety. Professionals don't complete it your way, though. You should be thankful you even have a guard. I'm surprised an amateur like you is an investigator. Didn't have a good first impression of you, but I shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I don't expect much, but do your best. I guess I'll consider that a compliment. I give him a nonchalant look and shrug. Thank you for explaining the situation to me. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to sleep. You might as well go home. I told you that I'm going to watch you closely. Watch me closely? Kurato looks around uncomfortably, rubbing the back of his neck. I do not get why is he still hanging around, so I ask what is bothering him. Like I asked last time, can I stay here? My jaw almost drops after hearing this. I put my hand on my face and take a deep breath. He is still insisting about that. So I guess it is not a joke. If I allow him to stay, I might make his job of protecting me easier. Still, it is unbelievable that a guy like him was assigned to me. I might actually be safer without him around. Something is strange about Kurato. I just cannot pinpoint that. I should get to know him better before jumping to conclusions. I decide to give him the benefit of the doubt and let him say, Kurato is overjoyed from my decision, as if I saved his life. It sounds like an homeless person. I am... sort of. I live by myself, but I can barely pay the rent. You are brutally honest. Kurato laughs softly at my comments. I take another look at him. For a homeless person, I wonder how he got such a high position. It requires exceptional grades and abilities to become an investigator. The guy before me got taken down by a high school girl with an umbrella. Hopefully, I will not regret my decision. I take Kurato around the house and show him where the important rooms like the kitchen, the bathroom are. We finally stop in the guest room, which is right next to my room. Just wait a little bit more. After that, he thanks me politely, and I leave him alone. It's actually, like I said, I have done two endings of this game already. The bad endings. Is not, at least the part that I got is not a bad guy. Plus, he's also cursed. He's also cursed. It has been a long time since someone has stayed at my place. I do not know how long he'll be here, but it should not be a problem. No one really checks on me, and I would not mind some company at home. My first impression of him was terrible, but that might change. I'm curious what he's got up his sleeves. Before I go to sleep, I take a quick shower. With a large towel wrapped around my body, I look at myself in the mirror. Akuya has always teased me that I should interact more often with people, but I always seem to attract creeps. I must look like an easy target or something. Besides, I think my personality frightens people instead. Maybe I should work on that. Suddenly the door swings open and reveals Kurato, who steps into the bathroom. I freeze on the spot when I notice that he is not wearing anything except for a towel hanging from his waist. No, like, the thing is, the guy is actually literally cursed. The guy is actually literally cursed. But yeah, this was what I meant. My gaze for the part that I said for you to wait because of how you were kind of drooling over the guy. So yeah. I have a clip for this. My gaze lingers on his furry build. He must have gone through a lot of training to achieve such a body. He looks fitting for the role of investigator like this. What am I thinking? Kurato does not seem to be aware of that I was already in the bathroom. When he notices me, he looks at me from top to bottom. I do not know what is going through his head, but he keeps staring. I wait for him to say something, but after a moment, I break the silence myself. Hey, were you planning on joining me? Sorry. Kurato turns away, shakes red, and quickly closes the door. I find this reaction funny. I'll let you off for now because I'm to blame for forgetting to lock the door. Knock next time. There is muffled sound of agreement behind the door, followed by footsteps. He must have gone back to his room. I take a deep breath and close my eyes. I should have gotten mad, but he seemed to be more flustery than I am. It was as shocked as we were, but at the same time, the main character had their own priorities. We were literally checking his abs. Luckily, I have a towel around me. If he had come in at a different time, I would not have let him leave unscathed. His first day and he's already causing trouble. The next day. Before I go to school, I leave some food on the table along with a list of house rules. And in the note, I also tell him not to make a mess out of my place while I'm gone. I get to Kurato's room to check if he's still around. His door was slightly ajar, and through the gap, I see him laying in the bed, shirtless, his blanket on the ground. I sigh and quickly enter his room to pick up the blanket. You'll catch a cold, idiot. I drop the blanket over his body and turn around to leave. Just as I'm about to close the door, I hear the bed shifting as he stirs in his sleep. No, must get them. Get them quick. I get a little confused after hearing his words. Get who? After that, Kurato continues to sleep soundlessly. I don't know what he was mumbling about. Maybe he was having a nightmare. I decide to leave Kurato alone and leave for school. Before break starts, the teacher gives an announcement. Students, this is a notice from the local police, so pay attention. Due to recent events, the village will be placed under curfew. No one is allowed inside from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. There might be dangerous people lurking about during these times, so stay home and lock everything. It feels like we were being treated like small children, but no one protects because of how serious the situation is. So I just need to check something. I'm thinking about raiding someone, but someone didn't start the stream. Oh god. Okay, so Nomi isn't streaming. I thought about reading Nomi. Well, we read Aya. I was just preparing things, so yeah. Even though it's like 45 minutes more or less to read. After the announcement, everyone starts to chat among themselves. I lean to the right and try to get Lyoji's attention. Lyoji, what exactly is going on? Haven't you read the newspaper? They found dead bodies dumped in a alley. The autopsy report stated that they died sometime between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. The same goes for the previous cases too, and it's a notice. Don't you think it's a little far-fetched to warn even the students? Apparently, there's no pattern, and the next victim could be anyone walking around that night, student or not. Warning everyone is the best way to prevent that. I see. I don't intend to go out during that time anyway. Lyoji moves a little closer, lowering his voice. According to the statistics, your neighborhood is the most at risk. Have you noticed anything strange lately? Not much, aside from being watched. There are investigators patrolling now. Investigators? I talked to one of them. He said that everyone in my neighborhood might be on the target list, and they are just on high alert. I see. We can't be certain about that, but we can't ignore it either. Lyoji steps back when Ikuya approaches us.
Hey guys, what are you whispering about?
Just about the recent disappearance and murder case.
Oh, I wonder why these events are happening. It was so quiet and peaceful before.
The style of all the characters in this game go around like that, so I think it's just like normal style. My thing is more about like the fact that I see a lot of them using bandage, and somehow normally the ones that use bandage end up related with some supernatural stuff. I bet it's an outsider. No villager would do something like this. Outsider? Like the forest tourists?
The forest tourists are still missing, right? Maybe the demon knows what they did and took care of it.
Oh, Ikuya, we already gave up on that idea. Besides, the demon won't get involved with things that happen within the village. The forest is its territory. Just like a guardian will stay with their treasure. Thank you for the pet. That's a tone of the voice that I give to children, or like really sweet characters that Hikuya seems like. It feels so natural to me to do that voice.
It was just a theory.
Talking about theories won't solve the case, but we probably could find out who the murderer is. I would probably try to do other voices if I didn't have to read like the whole thing alone, because just by doing these streams I feel like I still need to talk more, to be easy to talk, to not have my throat hurt that much. But since I've been streaming for 2 years, I feel like a little bit better in terms of speaking, doing some kind of voice acting compared to when I started.
Diviana is playing detective again. The police are already working on it.
Exactly, Diviana. That's why I'm going to solve this first. Thank you for the hydration.
Not you too, Ryoji. This isn't a competition.
I'll solve it without you and your connection to the police. Yuki sighs deeply as she looks at both of us. When class ends, Ryoji and I decide to study together. Since Kurato is at home, in order to not disturb him, I think it's better to study at Ryoji's place. Come in and make yourself comfortable. Your place is smaller than I remember. Ryoji chuckles at my comment and cleans up the table. It's been a while since you came over. You were a lot shorter back then. While I take a seat, he heads off to the kitchen. He must be getting snacks. I dump my books on the table. After looking through them, I realize I have a lot of homework today, mostly from history class. I guess Kurato has to wait a little longer for dinner. Wait, isn't a child? He can take care of himself. I need to stop worrying about him. Let's see. I'll start with history. If there's any subject I'm bad at, it will be this one. For once, we're learning about something interesting. This chapter is about village legends. Luckily, I'm with Ryoji today. He's more knowledgeable about this. You've got trouble with history then? Ryoji returns to the room carrying a tray. On it are cups of tea and a plate of treats, which he sets down in front of me. He takes a seat beside me and looks over at my textbook. Mr. Blanchett gave some hints to answers during this lecture yesterday. Alright, you were asleep. Fine, I'll help you with homework. The first section is related to your school. If you remember right, there was an incident. I've also heard rumors floating around about a ghost. The story of the school ghost has many variations, but I'll tell you the true story is based on. I found it in the police archives. Several decades ago, a boy was tortured and later murdered by his classmates in school. All his legs were in the scene of the crime. They couldn't find the rest of him. The only suspects were children. None were definitely linked to the murder, but the case was never solved. I'm shocked that children could do such a thing. What could have driven them so mad to kill their classmate? It remains a mystery to this day. It's too late to dig into it now. The culprits probably died of old age. Anyway, you see the ghost of the victim wanders the school late at night. Because it has no legs, it basically crawls around the room. So when you hear shuffling sounds, he's nearby. Or so the rumor goes. He's an evil spirit that remains in the school for revenge? Probably. Nobody has seen him up close, but there are people who claim to have seen strange things through the windows from outside. The shuffling sound is hard to identify too. It could have easily been something else. That sounds interesting. I should have the urge to explore the school at night. Did you think you're the only one who got that idea? I told you, nobody has encountered him. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get to see him. And lucky, more like it. I rolled my eyes and turned back to my textbook. There is a photo on the page. Written in small text under the photo is in memory of class E1 or 1E. Yoshi gives a brief description of the victim's appearance. I search for the boy in the photo. He's standing on the far left as the shortest of the group. Unlike the other students, with big smiles on their face, he looks rather sad. I'm surprised that our school reputation wasn't damaged. Records and textbooks tell different stories. The public doesn't know what really happened. I had to search through the older archives and various other sources to find out the truth. Besides, it was a long time ago. People moved on. Let's look into the next legend, the Forest Demon. I have heard a lot of things about it, but they don't make sense. The legend gets mixed up because it seems like people will believe anything they hear. Remember our trip a few days ago? That alone was enough to start unnecessary rumors. The villagers thought we were crazy to visit the forest after the missing tourist incident. Our teachers think it's nonsense. I'm still not sure what to believe. So, what do you know about the Forest Demon? It's an old legend, even older than this village. Many believe there is only one demon, but there could be more. Their appearance varies, but they are often portrayed as a weird-looking animal with horns. Could it be an undiscovered species? Maybe. Or it could be that someone saw an ordinary animal and mistook it for a demon. You can't really disprove something like that, and the description is vague enough that it could look like almost anything. The legend says they're evil, devouring every person who enters the forest. The devouring part is not meant to be taken literally. The demon would take something from you, probably your soul. In order to appease the demon and prevent disaster, the villagers built a temple deep within the forest. I'm not sure how they managed to do it in the forest they feared, but take it as it is. Remember the crimson-haired guy I met during our trip? Ask Liarji if there are people patrolling the forest. Nope, there is no need to do that every day. After hearing this, I consider visiting the forest. We continue to chit-chat as we do our homework until the sun goes down. Thanks to Liarji, I finish my history homework with ease. In return, I help him with other subjects. When I leave Liarji's place, it's already completely dark outside, but I still manage to get home by 9 p.m. When I enter the house, I notice the lights are off. It looks like nobody's at home, unless Kurato already went to sleep. I'm home, Kurato, are you there? Nobody answers me, so it seems like I have to find him myself. Okay. The kitchen. I go to the kitchen and turn the lights on. Seems he's not here. The last time I did, I always send my room to the guest room. And I haven't checked his room yet. He might be sleeping. I knock on the door, but there's no answer. Did not lock his door, so I turn the knob and peek inside. Kurato does not seem to be here either. I grimace when I see an unmade bed and his clothes thrown haphazardly onto the floor. Seriously? He's been here one day and his room is already a mess. I guess I'll clean it up for him. Letting out a deep sigh, I step inside to tidy up the bed and pick his clothes from the floor. I realize that these are the clothes he's been wearing since I met him. He did not bring any luggage with him when I gave him the guest room, so this cannot be extras. It's our house. It's our house. Wait, does that mean he's walking around naked? No, it can't be. I'm overthinking this. What are you doing? I hear Kurato's voice behind me and turn around in reflex. He stands in the doorway with only a towel wrapped around his waist. How long have you been standing there? I thought you weren't home. Just for a moment. I just got out of the shower. Kat enters the room and looks surprised by the fact I cleaned it up. Thanks for cleaning my room, though you didn't have to. Don't think I'm your maid. This is my place, and you should keep it tidy. No, this is the guest room. This is our guest room that is near our room. And wear your clothes instead of leaving them over the floor, all over the place. Puff my cheeks and walk past him, but before I leave, he turns to me. By the way, thanks for the meal. I have to think for a second before I understand what he meant. Alright, I left breakfast for him this morning. It's nothing, you're welcome. He smiles briefly. Something about his expression is so warm, it catches me off guard. You should get dressed. Excuse me. If I don't know, but I believe like probably the bathroom is around the bedroom, so yeah. I quickly avert my eyes and leave with burning red cheeks. The next day. I see Kui and Ryoji discussing something. Curious, I join them. Hey guys, what's up?
Tiziana, you alright? Are you alright?
Of course, why wouldn't I be?
Ryoji told me police are guarding your streets. I can't believe you're in so much danger.
Nothing much happened so far. Don't have to be this serious about it.
Of course I'm going to be serious.
I keep out and looks over at Ryoji. It seems he agrees with her. The mood quickly changes when Ikuya asks about investigators.
By the way, have you seen anyone from our school? I heard a few students work as investigators. It seems like such a difficult job for students to handle. Besides, there is not enough work as the village is mostly quiet. The extras don't get paid. I'm curious to what kind of person is keeping an eye on you. They better do a good job of keeping you safe, or I won't forgive them.
It is best if I do not tell her about Kurato, or she'll try to dig for more information. It might give her the wrong impression if she finds out my guard is staying at my place. I would bury my face out of embarrassment. I haven't seen any of the investigators as far as I know. Most guards don't reveal themselves. It would make the residents restless. The idea is to set a trap. People should act normally. It's likely that students from the elite class took the job. It's not something to be bragging about, and they know a lot about keeping their identities hidden. No one has ever seen or spoken to the elite students. Not even our teachers know a lot about them, so I can understand why they would be chosen for the job. Hi Zeph, how are you? Enjoying your day off? They're just abusing their privilege to skip class. They are probably too busy investigating to even care about school.
I know, right?
What about your brother, Ikuya?
Isn't an investigator as far as I know. It just studies at home.
You should drag your brother to school sometime. It's been so long. I've forgotten his face.
I've tried so many times, but he can't be so stubborn.
Our discussion is interrupted by Mr. Blanchett calling us to our seats. We do not get another chance to speak until classes end for the day, when Queen Leoji departs for the school club. Oh my god, can't speak. After saying goodbye, I pack my things and go home. On my way to the lockers, I find the handkerchief on the ground. Its fancy design catches my attention, so I pick it up. There is a name embroidered on it, Roya K. I do not recognize it. This looks important. I should bring it to the lost and found office. Hey, that is mine! The guy stands behind me, so tall that I have to look up at him. I notice his uniform design. He is not a regular student. I hand over the handkerchief when he reached out to me for it. Roya? How do you... my handkerchief. Thank you for returning this, Mr. Piano. Have we met before? Who knows? Roya shows a mysterious grin and leaves. I stare at his back until it disappears from sight. I have never met this guy before. What does he know my name? He's also the first elite student I have ever seen walking around school. I wonder why he's here today. Let me just translate what you just call him. Let me just translate because I really don't know. The car really nice. Yeah, Waker, maybe you want No, Waker, what I saw is that Browning and the Love character is the characters that are secretly really nice. That's what I saw. It's anything for you to scream at me, get your mind out of a gutter. My thing with the secretly really nice is that you were suspecting of Kurato being the killer, but to the real killer, you go like, oh, he's so nice. Huh? You need to switch. You need to switch right now. You need to switch right now. Otherwise, you are going to join Nomi on the Red Flag Gang. I'm glad you're enjoying your day off, Steph. Like, the literally murder. I literally started the stream saying that I keep in my mind Roya is still the murder sadomasochist guy. And no one can tell me otherwise until there is proof that he's killing zombies. Otherwise, he's a murder sadomasochist. And before it's like, when we met Kurato, you were just like, oh, investigator. Yeah, what's up? What if in the end the investigator is actually the murderer? But with this guy, you are just like, oh, it's so nice. With the guy that is actually the murderer. I literally didn't went 18+. I went concerned mode. I went concerned mode with people here. Yeah. He's really far away from me, without a gun again. Elite students sure are peculiar. He has brain, believe me. Too much brain, actually. I'm home. It is quiet when I enter my house. There is no answer, so I assume Kurato has gone out. I drop my bag and decide to head for the kitchen to prepare tea. It always calms me down after a long day. I pass by the living room and freeze, hearing soft breathing coming from the couch. Upon stepping closer, I notice that Kurato is lying there, his sleeping face looking peaceful. He must have worked hard today. I should let him be. When I return, Kurato is already sitting up, reading. He looks up from his newspaper. That must be your excuse then. That has to be your excuse. I can't think about any other reason. You woke up so quickly. Did I disturb you? Nah, I had a good nap. I just made tea. Let me get you some. Kurato smiles appreciatively when I hand him a cup. I sit next to him and glance at what he is reading. It occurs to me that there are things about him I have yet to confirm. It was written on his badge that he attends to the same school as me. Say, Kurato, do you really never attend class? What class are you in? Normally you'd get a penalty for being absent. Let's see, I think people call it the elite class or something. I almost spit out my tea upon hearing this answer. What? So you really are? What are you so surprised? Because you look normal to me. Was that supposed to be a compliment? I thought all the elite students were supposed to be peculiar, although nothing's really normal these days. I'm curious. I hardly ever see them at school, and I'd rather hear about what they're like from you than the rumors. I don't know. I haven't met everyone yet. Most of them were absent from the first day. If everyone else is skipping class, why wouldn't I? You don't even know your own classmates? I just said. It's not that I don't believe you. I just find it a bit strange. I guess they have their reasons. I do remember someone. There's this one guy named Shane. He's an investigator like me, so I've seen him around. Do you guys get along? Sorta, but we're more like rivals. He's kind of reserved, doesn't talk a lot. You can say we're opposites, personality-wise. You'll get it if you met him. I bet he's a truant just like you. Speaking of your classmates, do you know a guy named Roya? A flicker of recognition crosses his face. You must be familiar with the name. Roya. Is he in my class? Not sure. Kurato frowns, lost in thoughts. Even with a student from the elite class sitting beside me, I'm not close to get answers. You should interact more with your classmates. Yes, Mom. I'm just trying to get you to socialize. You don't exactly look like a social butterfly either. Maybe you should take your own advice. Don't change the subject. We're talking about you. Why don't you talk to an elite student yourself, if you're so interested? I'm talking to one of them, though. We spent the rest of the afternoon talking about school. Kurato has been in the elite class since I was first year. He had been too lazy to attend class during that time and was hardly ever around, which explains why I did not recognize his face when I first met him. I have to admit, I wouldn't go to class either if the same rules applied to us. Kurato also mentions that we met once when we were younger, but I cannot recall it. It must have been a long time ago, or it just did not make a very large impression. Tried to ask more about it, but Kurato waves it off as a fun fact and says nothing else about it. Ah, I didn't think you were actually serious. You should always take me seriously. Kurato rubs his head, looking around uncomfortably. I place my hands on his back and push him forward. Where is your uniform, by the way? Either I lost it, or it's collecting dust in my locker, which I've forgotten the combination to, and the number, and the general location. I look at him with narrowed eyes. I question how he even got accepted into such an exclusive class. Their image totally does not fit Kurato. Maybe I had the wrong idea about elite students in general. I walk Kurato to his classroom, since he cannot remember where that is either. It feels like I'm showing a transfer student around. After we take a turn in the hallway, I accidentally bump into someone. I stumble, but Kurato catches me before I hit the ground. Hey Shane, it's rare to see you here in school. Makes sense if you barely showed up. Rubbing my head, I glance up to face a tall person in front of me. His light blue eyes look down into mine. His cold stare gives me the chills, yet his gas mask is strange enough to draw my attention away from his eyes. This must be the person Kurato talked about yesterday. He looks like a laboratory worker than a student. Sorry for bumping into you. It's fine. His deep voice is distorted due to his mask. It sounds creepy. If I were alone with him, I would not stay around for too long. Kurato moves. Hi, Ani. How are you? Hey, did I miss anyone? I don't think so. Wait, I'm working on my own stream. Wait a minute. Okay. Now I'm not working anymore. Joke's on you. However, you can do. I have exclamation point D available. Wow. I forgot Oni is VIP. She can shout me out. I forgot that. And thank you for shouting yourself out again. Okay. Oni and came on Ronnie on Oni, right? Oh, why I'm saying Ronnie. You can't shout me out. Only who is VIP or mod can shout me out. However, there is a D command available for everyone. But Ani and came in Oni raid. If you need to go, lurk, take care of yourself, feel free to do so. I'm not holding anyone here, I'm not pointing any guns. So if you have things to do, feel free to do so. For who doesn't know me, my name is Ivana Luna Lepus, BRG for short. I'm a human hair hybrid and normally do art streams, productive streams, or game streams like I'm doing right now. If anyone is interested, these are my social medias, and I'm also part of Virtually Magazine, a magazine for VTubers from VTubers. How was your stream, Ani? Did you have fun? Yeah, it's like almost 1 AM for Obro, right? Isn't the same time zone as me. It's almost 1 AM for you. You should sleep, not stay awake with Jiki again. Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. And right now, we are playing a visual novel. This visual novel has 4 different routes. We have Zeikon, Sashiro, Junuru, or Kurato. And we right now are on Kurato route Each route has 4 different endings. We already got the 2 bad endings with Kurato because I prefer to try and get the bad endings first, and then get the better endings. So I already got the 2 bad endings first, and now I'm trying to get the normal ending, probably like Friend Zone or something like that. So yeah. Also, this game is free on Steam, so if anyone wants to try it, feel free to do so. It's kind of like more mysterious thriller vibe, so yeah. But I also saw that they have a DLC in progress, so yeah. Before that, I already played other visual novel called Cinderella Phenomenon, and then I played the sequel, that is Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore. The Cinderella Phenomenon is free, the Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore, it's the sequel, is paid. But I really enjoyed it. It was more fairy tale related compared to this one. And I like to do visual novel streams every 2 weeks. So every two weeks Friday, I have a stream where I just do some chapters of the visual novel. So yeah, we are playing this one until I finish all the endings, because I'll go for all the endings. I start literally all over again. I don't go from savings. I start from over again, from my prologue to end. So yeah. That's how I play, that's how I like it. Because I'm curious, Because sometimes it's also to pick my husbando. Other times I have already one in mind. So like for example, the last one I had Waltz, I had my eyes on Waltz since the beginning, so that was why I left Waltz for the end, because best husbando, in my opinion. Here I don't know yet, because I have no... from what I've seen so far, I haven't really interacted with the other dateable characters. I only have interacted with like some side characters, so I can't really pick, while in the other game I could have that. Not Walt, Waltz, from Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore. Not Evermore, Evermore was a sequel. Also, no. Let me type on chat best. Boy. Waltz. He was our friend, he was our childhood friend. There was a lot of story behind it. But in my opinion, it was the best one. So, yeah. Let's continue before it's too late and I need to sleep. Kurato moves forward and pats Shane on the shoulder. Also, I do a little bit voices here and there, more like for like kids or like the soft little girly characters that are really sweet. I normally do like
voice like these because they're really sweet. So I normally do a voice like this for them.
But most of the time I just do my normal voice for now. Yeah, I see you Google it. So, what are you doing here? Also, if anyone sees, it appears as a child, Walt appears as a child. However, he was cursed with a Neverland curse that's turned him back into a child, even though he was 22 years old when we bump into him. So then we break the curse and he gets back to his adult form. So there was no weird stuff going on with that. It's like Kaishi in this game. You'll know what I mean in a bit. It's like Kaishi in this game that I discovered. You know what I mean when I bumped into Kaishi while I was playing. Shane glances down at Kurato's hand, then steps away from him. Look, while I was playing Waltz Route, Zeph said that I sounded like a high school girl. That can say a lot. Just some business, yeah? Well, this kid's forcing me to attend class. At the comment, I puff out my cheeks and glare at Kurato. He said it in a joking tone, but Shane just keeps quiet and not finding it funny. There is not much for you to do here till the target has escaped. Target? Kurato just nods in response, his expression unchanging. I play visual, like the free visual novels. I play free visual novels since I was a preteen, I believe, teenager. Like those online visual novels, I would play them. Like Amu Secret. There was one that was based on Egyptian. Like I played those games as a preteen. Then on high school, I bumped into the creators of Cinderella of Namran that they have done before Locked Heart. So when I was in high school, I played Locked Heart and they released Cinderella of Namran. And then when I went to university, they released Cinderella of Namran Nevermore. So that company, I was kind of following them. So, and I played all the games by now, and because of that, I've kind of tried to find some of the free games that are that type on Steam and bump into this one. So when I finished the previous game, I was just searching on my Steam list for visual novels, and this popped my curiosity. So I played this now, and I'm having fun. After those words, Shane takes its leave. That sounded like something important. I wonder what Shane meant, but I doubt Kurato will tell me about it. Why was Shane wearing a gas mask in school? It's not like the hair is bad. I don't know, might be a fashion choice. It may happen. I will keep doing this stream, so it might happen. Like when there was a scene before one of the endings that Kurato gives a kiss in our forehead, and I was just like, finally some action. The lead student's classroom is located in the different part of the school building, even though there is no one in the hallways. It feels awkward standing around when I have no business being here. Kurato, not wanting me to leave, asks to keep me company for a short while. I always say yes to satisfying my curiosity. I expect the classroom to be completely empty, but a lone boy sits in the corner. A book in his hands, oddly enough, it does not look older than 14. I look back at Kurato in confusion. Did we enter the wrong classroom? You look confused, but we are in the right place. I remember my classroom at least. It's usually pretty empty. The boy is Kaishi, by the way. He looks young enough to be in the elementary school. After abruptly putting his book down, the boy stands up and starts walking towards us. When he stops in front of me, I notice he's even shorter than I am. I can hear you. Also, this is Kaishi. And the reason why I say that is like Walt is because, like he says, he's older than us. You can see, I can hear it. The answer is no, I'm just physically 14. And during the whole time, he keeps telling us, like, I'm your senior. He keeps telling us that. And in one of the things that we bump into him, we bump into an old Kaishi that I recently found out that is actually the one that appeared, the blonde guy that appears in the opening. And his personality is also a little bit different, and I'm like, I like that Kaishi. why we don't get that Kaishi that much? Why will we get that Kaishi now? So yeah, again, nothing, not suspicious, but bad. That is a word. I'm going to. You can Google it. You can Google it. I don't want spoilers. You can Google it. I can hear you. The answer is no. I'm just physically 14. And I'm an elite student. Yeah, by the way, our character is 18. I just want to say that. Our character is 18 in this game. On the previous game, we were 17 turning 18. Kashi answers all my questions at once with a straight face. Vespi, everything is fine. There is nothing sus here, okay? Okay. Even Kurato remains speechless. Don't gossip about your seniors or make random assumptions. Have fun, Oni, and don't forget to rest. Go back to your own classroom. This place is only for the elite. It turns to Kurato, who is standing beside me. And you, if you're staying, don't disturb me. I'm reading something important. The boy shoots me a fierce look that makes me freeze in place before he returns to his seat. Oh, I wasn't talking about the muscles, I was talking about his own person. Even his personality is different. Like the way he approached us is so different to like this grumpy kid. Kurato, did you hear that? Kurato chuckles, patting my shoulder. Don't take it personally. Kaishi is always like this. I didn't mean to offend Kaishi. He must have a bad impression of me now. Honestly though, these elite people are weird. That boy... You should go back to your classroom. Thanks for accompanying me this far. I'll pick you up once the classes are over. Actually, you can just wait for me by the lockers. It is not like I'm embarrassed, but if Kurato comes to pick me up, my friends, especially Kuya, will have endless questions. Maybe I'll introduce Kurato to them another day, when the time is right. Alright, if you say so. I didn't Google, so I don't know what you're talking about. Why I don't Google this for image is because there is most certainly spoilers of it. So I have no clue what you're talking about. After classes end, I immediately head to the lockers, which seem more crowded than usual. There is a group of people surrounding something, but I cannot see what. Even Ikuya is there. Oh, okay. Okay. There are too many people. I can't find Kurato. Are you a transfer student? I've never seen you before. I move closer to see what is going on, and instantly recognize Kurato in the center of that crowd. I cannot miss his dark peony. What has he done to attract so much attention? Just because he is normal-looking elite student? How do I reach him? The moment Kurato sees me, he smiles and starts pushing his way through the crowd. I self-consciously step back, trying to make myself stand out less, then turn around and walk out of the school. Ivana, why you left so quickly? What's wrong? Wait, don't tell me you're jealous. Why would I be? Kurato chuckles at my reaction as he walks beside me. So, had any fun in class? Kaishi and I were the only ones around. I was stuck with that brat the whole day. It wasn't fun at all. Why don't you try to socialize with him? Who wants to be friends with a sharp-tongued little bookworm? Not a fan of children? Not when they glare murderously at me. I can hear you. We both turn around to find Kaishi behind us, glaring with the same look Kurato was talking about. I did not notice him at all. How long have you been walking behind us? Just for a short while. It's not like I'm following you. I'm going to the public library, which is also in this direction. I see you're still gossiping about your seniors. It seems you didn't take my words seriously. You're not even worth talking to. He stares at us blankly. I do not know if Kaishi was speaking to both of us, or just me. The awkward air between us feels as thick as a brick wall. Kurato and I stand there, not knowing what to say, while Kaishi just keeps walking, ignoring us. I feel the tension fading away as we turn to the corner. Cute as he is, he can be rather gloomy and difficult to handle. When we reach home, I settle on the living room couch and start doing my homework. Kurato just sits beside me, browsing through the newspaper like he has nothing better to do. Don't you need to study for the upcoming exams? Nah, that'd be boring. Besides, I've already memorized everything I need to know for them. Well, genius. Since you have nothing to do, can you help me with history? Ah, sure. What's your question? There is a legend about a school ghost. What do you know about it? That once... Kurato rubs his chin while looking down at my textbook. His eyes glint off after a moment. Something must have come to mind. Part of this story is real. The ghost of a boy sometimes appears around the school at night. So, you believe the ghosts exist? Who knows? They might even be around right now, do you? The doorbell rings before I can answer. Putting my textbook aside, I stand up to check it out. I open the door to see Shane standing outside, his unusual appearance startling me a bit. Can I help? I'm looking for Kurato. Hey bro, how did you know I was here? The man in question suddenly appeared behind me, a cheeky grin on his face. Shane crossed his arms and raised an eyebrow, as though to say the answer should be obvious. Shane pointedly looks at me, drawing Kurato's gaze. Diviana, mind giving us a sec? We're gonna talk about confidential work. Saying no is not really an option, so I leave them be. However, I cannot let this change to eavesdrop slide. Hanging back around the corner, leaning against the wall, I can vaguely make out their conversation. Don't let your guard down. Something big might happen soon. Things are going according to the plan then. The schedule then. Thanks for the warning. So, how's the target? Can't find them. It must be pretty skilled to escape you. You should be cautious. I didn't expect them to show up at school. To patrol that area too. Whatever you want. By the way, there's something I want you to do for me. It goes silent for a moment, Kurato whispering, but I'm too far to hear it clearly. I try to move a little closer, but then he speaks up again. The murder is always slipping past us. I'm starting to think there might be more... Oops. Starting to think there might be more of them. It's been so easy for them too. It's like they're always one step ahead of us. Do you think one of our own is involved? Kurato's words are intriguing. Involved in the investigators? If that is the case, then who can be trusted? I hear nothing except Shane's deep sigh. Sound a bit creepy though, through his gas mask. Value identification. Mm. Yay! Eyes finally streaming. Yay. Wait, is muted. Even if it's one of our own, I won't hesitate. I know you won't. You never stray from your goals. I wish I had your resolve. Just then, I hear the door opening. Shane must be leaving. I quickly head for the couch, grabbing my textbook and pretending to write something down. A few seconds later, Kurato returns to the living room. He takes one at me and smiles mischievously. Waker, are you getting over a wild mood again? You need a hug. You need a hug again. Hear anything interesting? I have no idea what you mean. Kurato sits down beside me, still eyeing me. Ah, it's okay. You can drop the innocent act. I would have told you anyway, just to keep you from stressing out about all this. I want to be honest with you. Kurato's a klutz sometimes, but he's sharp. He's an investigator after all. You need a hug then. You need a hug. There you go. There you have a hug. Oh my god, I need to sneeze. Oh my god. I have nothing else to say, so I simply shrug. You'll be safe with me around. Actually, I'm more worried about missing out on the action. Nope. People like you should stay home. People like me? I mean, regular, untrained people. I just stay at home and don't do anything unnecessary. I flash at his comments. I understand his logic, but he makes it sound as though I would only get in his way. Well, it can't stop me from intervening if anything happens. My answer is no. No, and no. Stop suggesting weird things. Aw, come on, it's just for one night. There is no way we're sharing one room. Go sleep in your own. You eavesdrop on us back there. You heard it's getting dangerous. If I'm right beside you, it will be easier to. I push Kurato out of my room and slam the door shut. I'm sure Kurato is just messing around. No guard would ever ask to sleep beside their target. Then again, most guards don't live with their targets in the first place. Why does he need to stay literally right beside me anyway? Is he that bad at his job? It makes him even more suspicious. He himself could be the murderer for all I know. Feeling tired, I slip into my bed. Right after I close my eyes, I hear a small noise. Did Kurato stub his foot against a wall or something? After a while, my door creaks open and Kurato sneaks inside. I have not fallen asleep as not much time has passed by. I should really get a lock for my door. I had no need for it before, but now that I have someone living with me. I stay still and listen to his footsteps. When it seems close enough, I grab my pillow and throw it at him. He steps aside in an instant, dodging it easily. There is an innocent expression on his face and picks up my pillow, throwing it back at me, and sits down on the chair in front of my desk. Kurato props his arm against the desk, looking in my direction. Is it okay if I watch you from here? It seems he will persist no matter how many times I reject him. Since this is part of his job, I decided to stop complaining. Fine, do what you want, just don't try anything funny. There's an extra blanket over there if you're cold. I'm good, but thanks. Want me to tuck you in? Sing you a lullaby? Want me to throw you out of the window? Kurato chuckles, my light tone having made it clear that I was kidding. Okay, sleep well, Divyana. Kurato shifts in the chair. Taking a more comfortable position, he flashes me an innocent smile once he's settled. I shift to face away from him. My eyelids heavy, and I quickly fall asleep. I wake up to a strange noise. I lie still for a time, waiting for the sound to abate. When it doesn't stop after a minute, I sit up, rubbing my eyes before taking a look around. My god. No lullabies, I'm not gonna sing anything. Kurato's chair is empty, and I do not see him anywhere else in my room. Maybe he went to the bathroom? I hear shuffling that sounds outside, as if something is being dragged over the ground. Seriously, what is Kurato doing this late? Going for safe option. The bed is right. this I just got an achievement saying going for the safe option, and then it was like going for the bed. I didn't expect that to be an achievement. I love the achievements in this game. It's so calling out. I have no interest in whatever he's doing. I close my eyes and go back to sleep. Strangely, the shoving continues and stops in front of my room. I hear the door opening slowly, as if the person is carefully sneaking in. With my back facing toward the door, I cannot see who it is, but I assume it is Kurato. Maybe he just wants to check on me. My thoughts change when I hear irregular breathing. That is not Kurato. I bide my time, listening to the intruder's breathing as they approach my bed. When they're within range, I roll to face them, kicking out even as I hop off the bed. Surprising, the person dodges my attack and steps back. Once I face intruder, I realize that we have met before. Uh-oh. I thought it was a ghost. Why is it Roya? Where is the ghost? Bring the ghost back, please. Please. It is the Underkeepership guy from school, Roya. I picked up the wrong person to mess with. Ah, you're sharper than I thought. What do you want? Roy gives me an amused grin as he approaches, stopping mere inches away. It doesn't look like he's harmed, but how do these people keep getting into my house? And where's Kurato when I actually need him? He's just a student from my school. I don't think he would harm. Oh! I didn't expect this. Okay. He raises his arm, taking my hair stand between his fingers. You're pretty cute up close. I couldn't get you off my mind since we first met. Your delicious scent led me all the way here. Roy looks handsome, but he thinks so highly of himself. Did he just say I smell delicious? And that he broke into my house because of it? Is that supposed to be a compliment? What is that emote? I'm so not buying this. Why don't you come and let me show you how to have a good time? Fed up with his manners, I drop civility as well as I grab his tie. Dude, you bargained into my house just to flirt with me at midnight? Get out of my house and try to sweet talk on someone who cares. And flashing, Roy's lips form a mischievous grin. His aura has changed since the last time we met, as if he is a different person. I do not know what he's up to, but I have a feeling there is something up his sleeve. Okay, let's end here. I wasn't pretending to do another one, but I don't know if I'm going to end up dying, so let's do another save. Let's end here. Yeah. Let me change screens. So yeah. The red message is hair rate. That was... I was literally expecting a ghost, because previously on this scene, it would be, whenever I put like go investigate a noise with bump into the school ghost, I was not expecting Roya. I was definitely not expecting Roya. Yeah, that is a red message for who is sub. Because like the previous game, like we helped one, we went to help the school ghost, and the other one, the school ghost murdered us. So yeah. Great, Aya, Mellow, Marsh. Yeah. Thank you so much to everyone who joined me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Tien and Ani, for the raids. I appreciate it. I'll be back on... Oh, wait. I was... You were on the shadows. You still get the shout out. But yeah. Thank you so much to everyone who joined me today. I appreciate it. I'll be back on Sunday, 4 p.m. GMT. 11 p.m. No. 4 p.m. GMT. 11 a.m. EST. With more Epic Mickey. So, yeah. Thank you so much to everyone who joined me today. I really appreciate it. You got a shout out there as well. And see you on Sunday. Bye bye.